with this later on.
As amazing as you guys having that terrible offseason sounds to me, we got to go on to bigger and better things. The New York Yankees, right? Um, I want to hear you guys. I want to hear you guys talk about the evil empire first before I uh, tell you guys how I feel. Carl, start us off.
All right, so Yankees, obviously the Juan Soto trade was huge, obviously, right? Y'all got Trent Gresham, right, from the Padres. That's a good, I think that was a nice little solid pickup. Really great offseason for y'all. I think I signed a pitcher. I can't remember his name right now.
Stroman.
Who?
Marcus Stroman.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I did get Stroman, who has to cut his hair and the beard. Yeah, I get Verdugo, who he also had to cut the beard. Really solid, really good all season by y'all. That's why I have y'all going from, I believe y'all were 4th to 2nd.
Yeah.
So really great off season. I know you're happy. You don't have to be sad. You could probably do your Frank Sinatra a little bit more in the chat. So really good off season by y'all.
At least 100 times this year. That's the goal.
Oh, and Aaron Judge is back off injury. Like hopefully he can stay healthy all year.
Mm-hmm. Jovan. Actually, let me go with Dave first, because I know Jovan's gonna say some things that I might have to come back at. So, Dave, how you feeling? I also just want to see the pain in Dave's heart.
Yeah, Dave got out first.
I know, but it hurts his soul to say it. Look, he can't even get the words out of his mouth.
Man, I really don't want to talk about the Yankees, but they've had one of the best off seasons in Major League Baseball. If we're being honest about it, they had a goal in getting Juan Soto. They went and got him. Like Carl said, they went and got Marcus Stroman. You got Aaron Judge coming back now, having a fully healthy off season. What was the other guy? Rizzo. I think he's going to come back healthy as well. So this is going to help this team out a lot. When they got Alex Verdugo, who is not a great player, but he's solid in whatever he needs to do. He can come in and get maybe 15, 20 home runs on the season, get a few RBIs, have like a good, 270 batting average. So that's something that can help this team out. And this team knew what they came out to do, and they came out to compete for a World Series. So they signed some players, did whatever they needed to do to be able to put themselves in a position to do that. They went and offered Yamamoto, even though he went to the Dodgers. They were out there. Whenever you saw a name of a big name player, the Yankees names was on there, and they were one of the favorites to get some of these guys, even though they ended up going somewhere else. There was another team that was in the list, but they weren't favorites for any of them. But we're talking about the Yankees right now. So they did everything that I expected them to do. I felt like if the Yankees were out there to offer some of these guys that they would sign. The only one that I'm surprised about is Blake Snell. I feel like that's the only one that confuses me a little bit because it seems like that would be a really good deal. And for him not to take it, it just seems like, all right, I guess they just really want a lot more. So I know if that was me, I would have signed the deal immediately. I'd have told Scott Boras, like, I don't care what you're talking about, my guy. Sign it. I'm ready to go. As much as I don't like the Yankees, that's $168 million. I'm good.
That's 30 M's plus a year.
Exactly. I'm taking that deal night and day. But that's the only thing I would say about that. So it's just, for me, that's why I feel like they're going to be in position to be at least top 2 in the AL East if they're not number 1, as I predicted. But they at least can be top 2 because they have everything in place. Last year they had a lot of injuries that riddled this team. That's why they didn't win a lot of games. They lost the regular season series to the Red Sox, who was also a injury riddled team, but they also didn't have a lot of talent. So, but I mean, if all your talent is injured, then you're not going to win a lot of these games. So that was something that happened with them. The Orioles did improve, so I do like what the Orioles can do, and they were number one last year in the East, and they didn't get any worse. So I could definitely see them taking the division. But the Yankees right now are they're in prime position. They have, this whether you like it or not, a lot of players want to wear the pinstripes. So that's something that they have with them. They have the most World Series titles of any baseball team. So that's something that also is there. So they have a lot of the names that there that a lot of people still, think about. Derek Jeter, Alex Rodriguez. It's just a lot of players that want to go play for this team. And now that they have someone in the building like Aaron Judge, people want to play with that guy. There's a lot of other teams that don't have that guy in the building. You know, that's a guy that they call the captain now. That's the judge. That's the man. And now that you have players that want to go play with that guy, that's what you got to do to put yourselves in position to win a World Series. You got to have a guy on the team that everybody wants to play with. Everyone wants to go to battle with. Everyone wants to go to war with. And the Yankees did that. They kept the guy there. He was this close to being the New York, being a San Francisco Giant, and then the Yankees just snatched it right away and was like, "Nah, you got to stay here."
Yeah.
So, and that's where his heart was. His heart was in New York, and that's where he stayed. And now they're rewarding him by putting players around him to allow him to compete. So that's why I feel like this team is going to be good because now Aaron Judge is going to have a lot to play for this year. And that's scary. That's scary for anybody in the league because you have one of the best players in the league now, have other players around him that can play just as good, some if not better. Because some people may say Juan Soto was the best player on the team. I don't think so. I still think Aaron Judge is the best player on the team. But hey, some people will argue that. I guarantee somebody's going to do that. Whether they are right or wrong, someone somewhere is going to say that. Um, like Mad Dog. Mad Dog might be that player. He might be that person that says that Juan Soto is better than Aaron Judge. He's known for making crazy takes.
He may not say it. He's going to yell it.
There you go. There you go. So I like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if they win this division. And they're just primed to they're primed to compete.
Let me hear it, Jovan.
No, man. I have to agree with Dave. This team, they've had a scary lineup for quite a long time. They just gotten scarier with the additions of Juan Soto and Alex Verdugo. I think this makes your team definitely more dynamic. It's kind of you're gonna have to face Aaron Judge, which is scary because if you don't face Aaron Judge, you're gonna have to face Juan Soto.
Mm-hmm.
And the list just keeps going on. So I don't think your lineup has ever been the issue. I think really what you guys need and what's going to be the game changer for you guys is the pitching staff, your rotation. That's the only weakness I really see. I'm not too aware of your relief pitchers. You would know the relief pitching better than I do. But as from a starting rotation standpoint, I worry about the weapons that you guys have outside of Garrett Cole. You do have Nestor Cortez, who, I can't say anything but good things about when he's on. I mean, the dude's crafty. I love the way he pitches. He just is a fun guy to watch when he's pitching out there. Stroman is another guy I love watching pitch. Very fiery, lots of heart. So, I mean, and then you got the kid Rodon, but he hasn't been good since he's left the Giants. So it's like Cortez is battling injury. Rodon is battling injury. Stroman's coming off one of the better seasons of his career, which is a good thing. But for sure you got Garrett Cole. Like that's your one guy that day in and day out. You're probably going to get a dub when he gets out. He goes out there. So I'd like to see you guys. I mean, in order for you guys to really battle for a World Series, which I think you guys are pretty much there, but I think you could really use Blake Snell to wrap this up and sign, seal, and deliver this thing. and take it to another level. I think Snell is the one piece you guys really need. Um, yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you as far as for your team, man. I mean, I want to see what Volpe does. I'm hoping he sucks this year, but he's a young kid that, of course, I'd like to see succeed. But obviously, as a Yankee player, yeah, I'm hoping he sucks. You know, and John Carlos Stanton, I want to see him actually ball out one year. I mean, if the Red Sox are not playing against you guys, whatever, dude. And if you guys aren't like, I won't be rooting for you guys in the playoffs. Tell you that much. But I don't know. I love baseball. I'm a baseball fan, so it'd be good to see you guys actually make some noise this year, and yeah, not choke. Which
I hope they choke. Oh, okay. I
yeah.
don't want to see them be successful at all. But we got some baseball news.
Oh, what we got?
Julio
Montgomery side.
Teheran to the Orioles, minor deal, major league camp invite. $2 million in majors with 100K signing bonus and an opt out.
He's a relief guy, right?
Yeah,
Dude, why can't you just say Montgomery signed to the Red Sox?
Because
I
it's
would
not
have,
because it didn't happen.
I would have went crazy, dude.
But yeah, back to the Yankees. Yeah, I really like what we did this offseason. Getting Soto, obviously, A+ move there, and acquiring Trent Grisham also in that deal is gonna be pretty big. We got 4 outfielders. With the addition of Verdugo as well. I believe that Judge and Soto are going to be the everyday 2 guys that are going to be in the outfield, and then you've got Grisham and Verdugo, probably based on the matchup against that pitcher that day. That's who's going to get the start, and Giancarlo is going to be the DH. Giancarlo came back in crazy shape.
I
He
saw
doesn't
that. That's a
he
lot of
doesn't
weight.
he doesn't look like this anymore, right? He slimmed down. He looks more of a. He said he wants to be more of a baseball player, right? He's making diving plays at practice. So that's big for him. Um, and the signing of Marcus Stroman is going to be huge. Hometown kid wants to put on for the team that he grew up rooting for, right? And with his passion, with the passion of him and Verdugo, it's something that I feel like the Yankees needed in the clubhouse and in the dugout, because it's just so like, yeah, Judge hits a home run, but there's no like, how like every other team has their thing. Like the Red Sox have the inflatable weights, and like Otani has the hat and stuff like that. There's nothing really like that for the Yankees, and I feel like there's gonna be that type of vibe this year, and we're just gonna roll, man. I definitely need Snell to sign that deal. Just like you're gonna be a number 2. You're not expected to go out there and be the guy, right? You can learn from one of the best pitchers in the game in Garrett Cole, coming off of Cy Young, right? And with the potential of 2 Cy Youngs pitching in back-to-back days, like that's 2 out of 3 wins every series, right? 2 out of 5 almost guaranteed wins, right? And then like you said earlier with the bullpen, we pretty much kept the same bullpen. The only guy that we really got rid of was Michael Kim, that was in the and then later on in the year he became a starting pitcher because we were so deprived of starting pitching because everyone was getting hurt. We had so many injuries last year, right?
I know the feeling.
Anthony Rizzo started off so hot, and then he banged into Tatis, and I don't know why Aaron Boone kept him in the lineup while he was playing concussed. But I feel like Rizzo's going to have a good bounce back year. We lost out on Jose Trevino last year. He was playing the whole first half of the season with a torn muscle in his forearm, right? I feel like he's going to come back and have a good bounce back year as well. DJ LeMahieu was playing hurt. We missed Judge for a month and a half. The only guy that was consistent was Gleyber Torres, and this is the last year of his deal. So now he's gonna go out there and try to prove it, to try to get another contract. Hopefully he re-signs with the Yankees. He said he wants to be in New York, so hopefully we can move some money around and get him to re-sign. If not, we've got young guys that are ready to make the leap in Everson Pereira and Oswaldo Cabrera can also play second base. And I know you guys see Spencer Jones, that lefty Aaron Judge, man, hitting 470 feet, right? The kid, he played in single A last year, was the highest that he got in minor league baseball. If everything goes right, maybe he can come up and take that DH role, right? Because the kid can run too. He's like 6'8". He makes Judge look small, kind of like if you see them standing next to each other, Jones looks bigger, right? And that's a scary sight. But yeah, man, I love what we did this off season. Thank you, Cashman, for waking up. Steinbrenner family. I know George is happy right now, up above, looking down on you guys. And yeah, man, I just need to stay healthy. Just stay healthy, everybody, because last year it was just seeing everybody out. And Anthony Volpe is going to have an incredible season, right? Gold Glove last year in his rookie year, and I feel like he was making good strides in the end of the regular season, offensively, and he's put on some muscle this year. His swing looks a little better this season, and now he has potential to be a leadoff guy, right? He finished last year with 20 home runs, 20 stolen bases. First guy to do that in Yankee history, right? Their rookie year. So it's definitely a good it's going to be a good year, man. I can't wait for Yankee baseball to start up. We open up the season against the Houston Astros this year. So that's going to be fun. 4-game set, and then we just get the ball rolling. I can't wait. So let's get into